Ooh, what's happening, man? Uh, the intention is to be quick. I'm gonna say it like that this time. The intention is to be quick. Let me take this out. It's making me hear weird. Always listening. You know what I mean? Always got something going. That's my flex. Uh, that's my flex. That was gay. Hey man, I just had a thought, and this isn't to say that I believe or don't believe this. It's just a thought experiment. So comments make me think a lot. I know I talk about comments a lot, but that's it strikes a thought for me. So, what video was that? Oh, so there's a video that Evolving Feminine. If you should follow Evolving Feminine. She is, real cool, knowledgeable goddess. She put up a video of Alan Watts talking about the show, how the whole colloquialism, all the world is a stage, which I happen to subscribe to that. It's not as simplistic as that necessarily, but I subscribe to that.
More chips.
More chits, alright, bruh. It's it's a good clip. It's explaining how you are an observer and you are taking part in a show that, say you subscribe to the universal consciousness theory, and that are a fragment of the first, which I also subscribe to that. Again, not that, it's more complex than that, the way I view it. So I'm not saying that that's a lot of people operate as if that is it. Like that's all the answer is. And I don't view it that way. That's just a part of it. It's definitely more complex than that to me. But I made the joke that we took it too far with this show. We took it too far this time with this show, because this shit is wild. This is like the Good Place if it kept going for a bunch of seasons and they never figured out, or they didn't figure out for a much longer time, that the Good Place was hell. That's what this is to me. On some Gnostic shit. But I made the joke, we took it too far with this show this time. And she responded with, what'd she say? Fuck, I just looked at this shit, bro. My mind be going way too fast in too many directions. She said, essentially, to paraphrase, she said, it's over. This is over. But that made me come to the thought, some people say that there's going to be a split and that there will be, 5D Earth and 3D Earth, or some people say that they don't, do it like that, because to me that's kind of like us and them ish, and like division, creating, which maybe by design, by them folks that like to create these little narratives that make us go against each other. Judging, it makes people judge each other, beings judge each other. So in a different version of that thought, if two different universes, two different realities, dimensions, better yet, are created, and one is still experiencing the war and the battle and all that shit, no one says or talks about how that denotes that there is a, potentially a good side, a side that's fighting for good and for improvement, and a bad side, right? Which is subjective, but still, keep with me on it. What if some of those beings that end up in the still, warring side, that's not, all hugs and happiness, which I still am looking into that. I don't know that whole just utopia reality exists, because the evidence that is referenced when beings talk about that, it was never really that. If you can look and see that the beings that reference that are excluding other stories. Like, some people look at the ancient Greeks or the Nordics or anyone, Anunnaki and Sumer, or Mesopotamia. There was always wild, fucked up shit going on. So there hasn't been an example of said utopia yet, unless you follow some dogmatic shit. Anyway, what if some beings are meant to go into that, less desirable dimension to fight for those beings? Because an inner turmoil I've had is people say, oh, well, if you're still concerned with war and if you're still concerned with, the quote enemy and so on, you're going to end up in the disagreeable in the 3D and we're going to go over to this 5D. Those things come together for me to that, thought. What if some of us are meant to go fight for those others instead of just leaving them behind and not caring about their well-being? I'm gonna do more on that. I gotta get this. I gotta get this champion some food. You can't keep eating just chips, homie. Even though they are healthy, baked vegetables. I'm gonna do more on this though, because this is an interesting line of thought for me, and it'd be cool if anybody sees this and it springs something up in your mind or consciousness. Hit me up. But I wanted to put this somewhere so it can hold me accountable and I can reference it, so I don't just lose the whole thought process. Okay, love you. Bye.